Hi everyone, it's Nichol Spohr here for Simon Says Stamp with some Santa's Helpers Snow Globe Shaker tags. So I absolutely love the December card kit called Santa's Helpers, and I created a whole bunch of tags with the decoupage sheets included in the kit earlier in the month, and today I thought I'd take the stamp set and pattern papers as well as the Mama Elephant Arch snow globe, which is my favorite snow globe of the moment, and create some shaker snow globe gift tags using the stamps and pattern papers. Just kind of gives it a little bit different look. So what I'm doing first is taking the Arch snow globe and die cutting the components I'm going to need. I made a few missteps. I managed to make it work, but I do want to tell you that there definitely is a right and a wrong way for the papers to go together. So I kind of had to make some adjustments because the candy cane paper is my absolute favorite paper in the kit, and unfortunately both the blue and the pink are on the same sheet. So I wanted the blue for the back of my tag. It definitely, if you die cut the tag as is, it's not going to go together. You're going to have to cut from the wrong side. I hope that makes sense. So please be aware with the Arch snow globe, you have to cut from the wrong side for the back for whatever side of pattern paper you want to use. If you're using cardstock, it does not matter. This is only relevant if you are using pattern paper like I am. Now, I also kind of made some missteps as far as the color choices. It's not a huge thing. So the falling snow pattern paper is what I'm going to use for the snow in the back of the snow globe. The red plaid, which is another favorite from this, is going to go along the bottom edge, and I actually cut one for both the front and the back. Be advised for the back, or I guess more for the front, because I wanted the back, so I kept the back as is, and I just flipped over to the other side for the front. For the front, you need to cut it from the wrong side for that panel along the front of your tag. Then there is a layering piece for a sentiment along the front. You're seeing me die cut the black cardstock from the kit here. I swapped it out for AUDREY blue, and I think it makes a world of difference. It just brightens up the whole tag. Same goes for the tag topper, which is another piece of the Mama Elephant Arch snow globe. So all of the dies I'm using for the snow globe actually come from the snow globe. In fact, the only thing we aren't using is the tree that comes in this set. Because we're using the stamps, the Santa's Helpers stamps, they really fill in the snow globe, so I didn't feel like we needed to fill anything else in. And here's that candy cane paper I was talking about. Now, if I wanted it to work the way I had intended originally, I should have flipped this over and die cut it from the pink side. I could have used the pink side, but I was a little stubborn and I really, really want the blue candy cane paper, so I made it work. That being said, I did not have the color of the front of my snow globe that I wanted to use, but I think that really ended up being a good thing because I'm going to use the kind of colorful snowflakes pattern paper, and I absolutely love the result. So I will show you putting that together here in a minute. We are going to color in the images here from the Santa's Helper stamp set. I did stamp and die cut these first, and then I am simply going to color them in with Copic markers. I used the Nina 110-pound solar white cardstock included in the kit for stamping my images. I'm using a little Hero Arts intensified black ink. It's a great ink for Copic coloring, and I've left the coloring in today so you can see kind of my process for that coloring. I've sped it up a little bit, but I tried not to speed it up too terrible much. The colors of markers I'm using are shown at the top of the screen. I tried to include them somewhere where you can read them, where there might not be any white cardstock, since I do have some white cardstock up at the top. For the face and ears, I used E13, 11, and 00. For the hair, I used Y21, 23, and YR24. And then for the snowman tag, I am going to do a green and red color combo, which is G21, 28, and 29, and R24 and 46. And then we're just going to kind of blend all of that and color in the outfit before moving on to the snowman. These are super cute, whimsical images. You get the 6x8 clear stamp set included in the kit, and I have to tell you guys, a horrible thing happened when I peeled up my stamp from my Misty. It tore. This stamp tore. I can piece it back together to use again, but I was so sad because this is my favorite image from the set. I guess I just wasn't careful enough. But I love that you can pick up the coordinating dies for this if you would like. You get the stamp set included in the kit, but you can also pick up the dies as a separate purchase, or you can pick up the stamp die combo if you don't want to get the kit and you just want the stamps and dies. There's so many things to do here. I did notice that the Arch Snow Globe is back in stock, at least at the time of filming and voicing over this video. So I hope that it's still there. There are other snow globes. Just kind of do a search as well, but I love this. Pink and Maine also has a really cute one for sure. Just kind of look around and see what there is. The embossing, the snow globe embossing folder from Simon Says Stamp, while you couldn't really make a shaker from it, I think it would be really cute with these images as well if you wanted to find a way to incorporate them into that design. So lots of ways to create some snow globes. I know I've mentioned this on my channel, but I've been all about the shakers. Shaker cards, shaker tags, all the shakers this season. I mean, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, when shakers really became popular, I used to do shakers all the time. And then it's been very sporadic probably since then. I do a shaker probably several times a year, but it's just not a lot. And I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden I feel like I'm doing shakers all the time. And I love it. I love shakers. I think they are very easy type of project to create and a showstopper for sure. Imagine tying this tag onto your package and it just gives a beautiful presentation. So not only is it a gorgeous tag and, you know, really brightens up the gift giving and the packaging, but it is a gift in itself. The recipient can hang it on a tree or use it for decoration. My goal with my tags, and I know I mention this all the time, but it is to give something that the recipient can then use later or hold on to. Make it pretty enough and cute enough that it is something that, you know, someone would love to receive. I know when I get gifts that have some really unique packaging, I absolutely love it. And these I definitely did in the colors of the kit, pulled everything, the whole theme and everything from the pattern papers in the kit, and they're just so bright and happy. I have a little mini rainbow tree. I call it a rainbow tree. It's a regular little potted tree from Target. I think it's like from the Hearth and Hand line, but I have like little rainbow felt pom-poms on it. And then I have like a little rainbow ornament I got from my friend. And then the tags I made earlier this month with this stamp set are hanging on it, and these would be cute on it as well. So definitely kind of a fun idea, even if you just want to create your own kind of ornaments for decoration. The snowman was colored with BG 10 and 11, which gives it kind of a frosty, snowy look. There's several color combinations I like for this. This I pulled directly from the paper, the pattern papers, something that would coordinate and flow with it nicely. Some cool grays for the hat, the orange carrot nose, a little pink cheek, and then of course the brown for the arms. I love how the elf is holding one of the arms for the snowman in her hand, getting ready to finish assembling the snowman. So let's go ahead and put together one of our tags. You can see we have the snowflake, which is going to be the front, and we have the candy cane back. We're going to cover up the pink side of the candy cane since we are going to be showcasing the blue on the other side. Then I'm simply going to fill this in with my blue falling sky or falling snow sky, and then a couple of white borders. So this die from the Arch Snow Globe was die cut 4 times. It was die cut from the snowflake pattern paper, the snowfall pattern paper, and white cardstock. I did add a little of the BG tin along the edge of the 2 snow layers. This is just to fill in that area. If you wanted to, you could totally just die cut a solid piece using the solid die to put in the background and not do any of this at all. I kind of liked how it looks back in the distance, back behind my elves, so that's why I decided to leave it in. I use the frame as a guide, and I have not made it into a shaker yet. So then I took the solid piece from the arch snow globe and I die cut a piece of acetate. I've talked about this in other videos, but I like to use an acetate that's easy to die cut. This is some Hero Arts acetate available right here at Simon Says Stamp. And I find that it die cuts really easily, so that's why I like using it for a shaker. So I want to show you really quick. If you wanted to, you could put your image on the front of the shaker and just have the shaker inside, like the shaker material. So that's one idea, and then have it all back behind. Now today I am actually going to put my snowman inside the shaker. I do not always do this. It really just kind of depends. For this and for the snow globe feel, I kind of thought this might be cuter, and I actually really love how it turns out, but I just wanted to give you that option. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down in place, and I want to make sure that I'm positioning it such that we're getting as much of the image in the center of the shaker as possible. I love how that little elf is peeking around. Now anything hanging off the edge, I will trim up with my scissors, and that's because there's going to be foam adhesive around the edges and I don't want it to catch. I almost forgot, I did stamp and die cut the little bird from the Santa's Helpers stamp set, and I am going to color him in really quick. I did stamp this twice, one for each card, because I just thought this little chubby bird was so cute. I decided to color him in with some of the same blue-green colors that I used for the snowman, but we are going to incorporate a little BG13 as well with BG11 and 10, a little Y00 for the tummy, and YR04 for the beak. Then we're going to glue him standing right on top of the snowman's hat. A little pink cheek as well. And I'm going to tuck him underneath and kind of position the feet so it looks like he's standing there. Oh, it's starting to look cute. So now I'm going to take some foam adhesive and place it around the frame on the front of my shaker panel. I love the new waffle flower foam adhesive for this. If you remove the backing so you remove it from the backing sheet and then remove the backing from the other side, it makes it very pliable. And this is going to go for a lot of your foam adhesive strips. But the thing about the waffle flower strips, they come in different widths on the sheet. This is the thicker foam adhesive, but it's super sticky. Like really, really sticky. When you press it down, it's not going anywhere. And that's one of the reasons I really like it for shakers. It can be a little tricky to work with, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it is amazing for shakers, and they specially made it and came out with it for their shakers. So it definitely is engineered for that, but it sticks like nothing else. And I like that it's, even though it's made for shakers, it's not super high profile, and your stuff still has plenty of room to move. Probably if I wanted my shaker material to be able to move even better, I could have doubled it up. I personally don't love a really high shaker, and I don't mind that some of the material kind of sticks a little bit. I just want it to move a little bit. I'm going to add some black pin to the eyes on the snowman and the bird, and then some white pin detail for a few places in the design, not really over the top, just kind of here and there while my black pin is drying. Then we are going to fill our shaker well and put our shaker together. I think that looks pretty cute. We added a little definition to the elf costume. I am trimming up like the end of the bird's tail, and then maybe a little bit down here along the bottom that's hanging off the edge. Because like I said, I don't want that to interfere with the foam adhesive. I want it to be a nice, secure bond, so I don't have to worry about any snowflakes or snowballs going flying. The snowballs I'm using especially are really, they stick to everything. They're like little styrofoam ones, I guess. But I love them. I think they're really cute. I've been using them a lot lately. I've had them for years. They're from Honeybee Stamps. I'm simply using up stuff from my stash. I've talked about this a lot recently as well, that I have so many sequins and things. And so I've just been trying to use up things that I already have. And I have found some really fun treasures. And these are a couple of them. Once my shaker's full, I'm going to take the backer and go ahead and line it up and press that in place. And I'm going to make sure that I press it really good all the way around. And then I tap it, and I tap and I move it and kind of get that stuff moving. I love it. I love the snowy feel to it. I just think it's so cute. So this is cute as is, but I think the little gingham border and then the little title or sentiment along the bottom edge really sets this off. Now I made these as tags, or snow globe tags, but you could leave the tag topper off of your snow globe and pop this on a card very easily to make a very cute card. So I did want to mention that because this is really going to fill up most of the area on an A2 sized card if you wanted to. Now I did start with that black tag topper, and I wanted to show that to you so you could see the difference. I peeled it off pretty much before the glue dried. There was a little black left, but I can cover it up now with this AUDREY blue gift tag topper. But the blue makes a world of difference. And here's what the little blue title's gonna look like down along the bottom. I really, really wanted to use Have Your Elf a Merry Little Christmas, but it doesn't fit on this particular design. Maybe if I'd stamped part of it on the window, but I just couldn't find a good way to do that. I tried quite a few different things. So I ended up using Merry Christmas. And then at the end, I decided, you know what, why not make an extra little tag? I love extra little tags tied to my main tag, and add that Have Your Elf a Merry Little Christmas. So we will be adding that at the end. Because this little title is a little bit, or this little strip is curved, I placed my Merry Christmas in my MISTI, and then I just slightly bent the edges so that it would follow the curve of the design. And we're gonna go ahead and stamp both of these right now, heat emboss, and then I can just set the other one aside until I'm done. Both shakers use the exact same pattern paper, so I really wanted to make mention of this as well. All of the paper I'm using for my two tags, I was able to get from, well, the front and the back of the tag, I guess I should say. I was able to make two tags from that, just from a little 6x6 piece of paper. So I mean like the snowflake pattern paper and then the candy cane pattern paper. And even from the candy cane, from the corners of that, I was able to die cut the little mini tag that we'll be adding. And then of course from the red gingham, I die cut 4 of the borders that go along the front and the back of the tags, as well as the back for the little mini tag we'll be creating. So really, I still have so much pattern paper left. So much. You can make a lot of designs with just a few supplies. At the end of the front, or at the end and the beginning of Merry Christmas, I'm going to put a little red heart. These are the candy apple hearts from Trinity Stamps. I have linked these down below as well. I love these as a little finishing accent. And there is my tag. How cute is that? Let's go ahead and color our second elf and finish putting together our second tag. So she's a little bit different as far as I decided to incorporate some pink into this tag. Otherwise, most everything is the same. In fact, including the little bird. She's holding a little garland of snowflakes, which I think is really cute. And I did want to mention, I think the only image that wouldn't work from this stamp set that would not work in this snow globe is the two elves that have like the pack or the roll of wrapping paper. They're too far apart, so some of those would be cut. There is an elf that is holding a package, and he would make a cute little addition to one of these snow globes as well. I like the red and pink together, and I did incorporate a little bit of green just to keep it consistent. You could create as many of these fun little tags as you wanted. They are just so stinking cute. I love the images. So I would love to know from you guys if you make your own gift tags. I'd love to know if you picked up the Simon Says Stamp limited edition tag kit that was just released. Please let me and Simon Says Stamp know. I think that would be amazing. It is a great kit. You could use these images with that tag kit very easily on some of the tags you get in the kit. I think that would be super cute as well. Even mixing and matching the stamp set from that kit with this one, maybe some of the greetings and things. So I gave her a little green belt, a little green trim on her hat, and then some green for her boots and gloves, but then we're going to have some pink and red on her hat as well. She has that little pink collar. I just like that little addition of pink. I think it adds a lot to this design. Coloring the skirt around those little delicate snowflakes was a little bit of a challenge, but I think we got it done. And then I think we'll color in a little pink for the snowflake and any of the other pink areas. So that's going to be some stripes on her stockings and the brim and pom-pom on her hat. With pom-poms, I always like to do all my shading and then go back with my darkest color and add some little dot detail to make it look a little fuzzy. I did that on the last tag as well. She had a little red pom-pom, and I added the little dots to that, and then even added some white dots. Color in the hair with Y21, 23, and YR23. YR23 just warms it up a little bit. I like that color. And then we're going to go in with R46 and 24 for anything we missed in red. And then we'll have G28 and G21 for anything in green. So that's going to be a snowflake, the alternating stripes on the stockings, and the elf shoes, as well as the mittens. Little BG13, so I'm doing one different color snowflake for each snowflake. We've got aqua, green, pink, and red. Aren't those cute? Here's that green again. We almost have it all colored, and then the belt buckle is YR23. And once we have that, we are going to put this together just like we did the previous card. So everything about the assembly is the same. I will tell you, you'll notice, you can see the background there in the top left corner of your screen. I had to piece together the blue snowfall pattern paper. I made a misstep with die cutting, but I made it work because I really wanted to use this, and I figured I could disguise the fact that I had to seam together that background. And I actually have the bird standing on the end of her little pigtail, and I think it disguises the seam perfectly. So never be afraid to maybe piece together things. Don't just throw it away if you've messed up. I was so mad at myself when I did this, but I just went ahead and persevered and was able to come up with a tag background that worked perfectly. So much fun. Again, I'm going to tuck the bird's feet kind of underneath the pigtail because I want it to look like it's sitting there and that has not quite as much white on it. And I'm just clamping that with my favorite Honeybee Stamps reverse tweezers. Little white detail here and there before we assemble this tag again. Now off camera, I did stamp and emboss my sentiment, so this one's going to go together quite a bit quicker because I already have everything. If you were going to make quite a few of these gift tags, don't be afraid to kind of set it up assembly line style. That always works so quick and easy. And then I'm going to tap it, kind of get all of that shaker material moving. We're going to clamp our tag topper up at the top, and then I want to show you my extra little tag. So this is the nested tags from Simon Says Stamp, and I die cut the tag 3 times, 6 times total, I guess, but 3 for each tag. So for the front, I want the candy cane, but it's hard to stamp over that and make it legible. My favorite hack for that is using vellum. So I'm going to stamp on the vellum with clear embossing ink, and we're going to heat emboss in both white and red embossing powders. And we're going to use that sentiment that I wanted to use so badly on the snow globe, have your elf a merry little Christmas. And then we're going to layer that over the candy cane tag, and then the candy cane and the red gingham are going to go back to back. So it gives a really nice finished look, because the back of the candy cane paper is pink candy cane paper, and I really liked the red gingham to just tie in to the red gingham we've used on the snow globe. So kind of just those little finishing touches that make it all come together. I'm also using AUDREY blue cardstock for the hole reinforcer on the front and back of the tag. So I didn't die cut it 3 times, only 2. And then I am adhering it to the vellum tag and the red gingham. I thought 3 was a little overkill and wasn't really needed. So I'm just doing a very assembly line style here with these tags. This tag on its own would maybe even make its own very cute little tag. You could totally just kind of give that. I think that would be really fun. The pattern paper really adds so much to a simple little tag just like this. So we'll just stamp this second one. I just have everything set up in my MISTI so that I could do it one right after another. Then we're going to pull it all together. I love using Lawn Trimmings twine for my gift tags and ornaments. It's my favorite. It comes in lots of different colors. We're using, I believe it's called peppermint. It's kind of a pink, white, and red, which I thought was perfect for this. I'm going to use a little liquid glue around the tops of my tags and then just pop the hole reinforcer there. This nested tag set from Simon Says Stamp has 4 different options for the top of the nested tags. This is the basic one and my favorite one. And then of course on the little red gingham as well. And an embellishment wand is your best friend with this, as it makes it so quick and easy. So now I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of the candy cane on the pink side, and we're just going to place them back to back like I mentioned. So back to back, layer of vellum tag on top, and then we're going to thread that together with our snow globe. Let's do that one more time and then put it all together, and I will show you the finished tags. I've got a couple of lengths of the Lawn Trimmings twine trimmed to 12 inches long. I'm going to thread it through the small tags first, then the snow globe tag, tie it in a little knot up at the top, trim up those ends, and there is one of our finished tags, and we'll do the same thing for the other one. I think it's such a fun little finishing look that can easily be removed after the recipient has opened up their package, and then they can just hold on to the little snow globe and use it for decoration. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this Snow Globe Shaker card set featuring the December 2021 card kit from Simon Says Stamp called Santa's Helpers. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Please be sure to check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more information. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.